Okay, guys, good morning. So, my name is Samir, and I'll be a faculty for this ADB. And when it comes to my experience, I'll just walk you through. I have around 10 plus years of experience in IT and on the clouds since the past 3 years. I'm working onto this cloud technologies. Okay, uh, that's it. Working in some corporate. Okay, so guys, let us start with this now. So, what is before we go ahead? Let us see. And guys, I want everyone to just have an interaction. So, I want the session to be an interactive rather than me talking on a side. I want everyone to interact with me. Okay, guys. So, let us start with this. So, let us say here Azure Data Engineering. What is Azure Data Engineering? Yes, guys. Everyone, I'm audible. Please.
Yes, audible, Samir, audible.
Okay, so now this is what is Azure Data Engineering. So basically, Azure Data Engineering is pack is a is a packed into the is a packed in the form of services. In the form of what is that? Services. Azure Data Engineering is packed in the form of what? Services. The following are the various services provided for various operations in the that is nothing but in the Azure Data Engineering. So the following are the services. Let us see what is a first one. What is it? You have it. We have the first one here as a Azure is Azure Databricks. Azure Databricks. And then we have the next one after this. We have the Azure Data Factory. And apart from this, we have the next service that is called as Azure Synapse. Azure Synapse. And next one after this, many services are there, but I'm listing few of them. Okay, so we have the Azure Artificial Intelligence, AI, or else we can also refer it as a ML, that is called as machine learning. Okay, so these all are the services packed into this Azure Data Engineering. That means all end-to-end solutions for the data. That is nothing but data engineering means end-to-end solutions for the data. So now, guys, what is this Azure Data Fact back that is Azure Databricks is used and what is the purpose of it? So, guys, this service called Azure Databricks is provided by the Microsoft to perform the job of ETL. So, guys, what is this ETL? Where ETL stands for what? Extraction, transformation, extraction, transformation. Okay, guys, extraction, transformation, and loading. So the Azure Databricks is provided for Azure Databricks is a service provided by the Microsoft within the Azure Data Engineering for the purpose of extraction, transformation, and loading. Guys, this extraction, transformation, and loading, what it is? Let us try to understand this first. So, guys, this extraction, transformation, and loading is nothing but it is a process. It is a process where, guys, it is a process where data is summarized. Where the data is summarized. Where the data is summarized. Where the data is what is that? Summarized. And this summarized data is used for decision making. or this summarized data is used for what? Decision making. So whereas what is this process of extraction, transformation, and loading? So this process of, guys, extraction, transformation, and loading, this process of extraction, transformation, and loading basically consists of, requires the following. What is that? Source, source, that means what? Source, and the next one, it requires as a target. Source and the target. Now guys, what is a source and what is a target? So basically, between the source and the target, this process of ETL is applied always. Okay, irrespective of whatever the thing you service we use it. Generally, I'm talking about the ETL. That is nothing but ETL is the process where the data, guys, ETL is a process where the data is summarized. Okay, so what is the source? What is this target? Let us try to understand this, guys. Source is a place where we get the raw data. Source is a place where we get, what is that, guys? Raw data. And whereas this raw data is extracted as per the requirement in the process of extraction. This raw data is extracted as per the requirement in the process of extraction. And once the extraction means what? Picking up the data. Whereas after this process of extraction is done, the process of transformation is implemented. Transformation is the actual process where the data is converted into the required format by the customer. And once the transformation is done, guys, on the data or applied on the data is finally prepared and it is loaded. And it is what? Loaded. And where it is loaded? It is loaded into the target, that is called as a destination. Hearing my point. Now guys, this is bit technical. I want to simplify it and explain it to you. Okay, what exactly? Now guys, all of you are you able to hear my voice? Everyone, please come out.
Yeah, yeah.
So now guys, suppose you go to a supermarket to buy a vegetables. You go to a supermarket to buy a vegetables. Tell me now, what are the different, that is, how many vegetables will be there in a supermarket? Let us say Reliance Fresh. You have been to the Reliance Fresh to buy the fresh vegetables. Now tell me, how many vegetables you have it? You will be having many, almost all vegetables you will have it. Am I right? So now guys, tell me a answer now. Do you purchase all the vegetables or you will purchase only those vegetables which is required for you? Yes, my question is that you have been
required
to a
required
supermarket.
vegetables.
Yes, guys, you have been to supermarket and that is more supermarket, or you have been to a that is Reliance Fresh, where you can find many vegetables. Are you going to purchase all the vegetables or some of the vegetables?
Only required vegetables will purchase.
Required. That means before leaving, you will decide what curry has to be cooked. What curry has to be cooked. Based on that curry, you're going to buy the vegetables. Am I right? Some two, three vegetables. So now what you're doing is, suppose you have been to a supermarket and picked up some five vegetables out of some 100 vegetables are there. Different varieties of 100 vegetables are there. Out of those 100 vegetables, you are purchasing only five vegetables. Why those five? Because that is required for the cooking process. You want to cook only those five. Am I right? You have picked up. You have picked up. What you will do, once you pick up, you'll put it into your basket, bill it off, everything is done. Now you will come home. Now tell me, what is the form of vegetables now?
It's raw form.
Yes, exactly. Very good. So the vegetables in the raw form. So now, guys, what you will do? You have to eat those vegetables. You have to eat those vegetables. as we are human, so we require to eat those vegetables, but we need to cook it. Am I right? Cook it. So what you will do, you will cut the vegetables, chop the vegetables, everything you will do it, and then you will put it on a, that is nothing but you put it on a stove, and ultimately from the raw farm, from the raw farm, all the five vegetables you will pour it in one that is nothing but bowl, and you will cook it. You will cook it. That means you're converting this raw form of vegetables into cooked format. Am I right or not? Are you changing the form of vegetables or not for eating purpose? Yes,
Yes.
guys.
Yes.
Yeah, you have converted. Ultimately, the vegetables are cooked. The vegetables are cooked. Now the curry is ready. So that means what you're doing, you have bought the raw vegetables. You have first of all picked up the vegetables. You have been to the supermarket and picked up the vegetables. And once you have picked up the vegetables, what you are doing, you bought them home and cut it off and chopped it. And once the chopping everything is done, you are changing the form of those vegetables from the raw form to what is that, cooked form, as per our requirement. Ultimately, once the vegetables is cooked and ready, then what you will do, finally you will eat. That is nothing but called as what, loading. Same way, guys, picking up the vegetables, picking up the vegetables from multiple 100 vegetables are there, but you are picking up only five vegetables, and those vegetables, picking up the process of vegetables from the supermarket is called as what, extraction. It is called as the process of what, extraction. Whereas the extraction is done, then what you are doing, transform. That means you're getting them home and chopping them, cutting them, and putting them into the bowl to cook, and ultimately cooking those vegetables. That means you are converting the raw vegetables to what is that, cooked format in the form of a curry. Am I right or not? Ultimately, once, that is called as a process of what, cooking is the process of transforming. Cooking is the process of what, transforming. Ultimately, once the transformation is done, finally your destination is what, your destination is the curry. So curry you will eat it, that's it. That is nothing but, finally the process of loading is nothing but the cooking. That's nothing but eating the same. So hence, this is actually, you have the process in what, extraction, transformation, and loading. That's it, guys. Nothing else. There is no technicality. There is no something is, where you need to worry about how the things will move on. All these things you need not worry about this. Simply extraction, transformation, and loading is the process. Extraction, transformation, and loading is the process of converting the, picking up the required data, picking up the required data, and transforming the data as per the requirement, and ultimately transformed data you will load it into the target. Okay, so guys, is it clear for everyone what is ETL actually? Yes, guys, I want an answer, ma, please. Huh?
Yeah, yes, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so before we see some examples on how actually this process is taken place, let us try to understand few more things here, then we'll come back to this. Let us try to understand first of all, what is a cloud, what is a clouds, and what is an on-premises. Then we'll come back to this. Okay, so first of all, let us try to understand what is cloud. So now, guys, because what is it you have it, Azure data engineering is a cloud-based engineering, cloud-based data engineering. Am I right? So now, guys, I wanted to explain you, or let us try to understand first of all, guys, what is a clouds and what is an on-premises. Let us try to understand first of all what is a cloud basically. Okay, so guys, when it comes to this cloud, okay, just forget about this cloud. I'll just give you an example for this. Now, guys, you all of you are using the mobile phones. Am I right? All of you are using the mobile phones or not, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, I want a
Yeah.
reply from every one of you. Please, guys, try to respond. Yes, are you using the mobile phone or not?
Yes, we are. Yeah.
So now every one of you, us, is using the mobile phone. Now, guys, when it comes to this mobile phone, you in the mobile phone, we have some memory. Will it be there, memory or not?
Yes.
Every mobile has some memory or not?
Yeah.
So now, what are the types of memories you will have in your mobile phone? Can you tell me? Yes, guys.
Mobile SD memory.
Yes, mobile internal memory and scan disk memory. That means you will have the memories in a mobile phone. You will have the memory in the mobile phone, such as what is that? SD card memory. So I'm writing it here. In mobile, you will have the memory. So that memory is called as mobile inbuilt memory. Am I right? With every default you purchase a mobile phone, you will get mobile memory as a free. Am I right? Mobile memory as free. Apart from the mobile memory, guys, you will also have, you will also have, guys, you will also have a memory that is called as SD card memory. What do you mean SD card memory, guys? SD card memory is nothing but scan disk card memory. That means, suppose every mobile you're getting it with a 16 GB internal storage memory. That means this 16 GB, guys, this 16 GB is a default memory. That means in your mobile phone, you can store up to 16 GB memory. Whereas if you require to store more memory rather than thus, you want to store one more, that is nothing but 32 GB of memory you wanted to store it. For that, what we do, we buy an external SD card and we will just put it in your mobile phone. Okay, put it in your mobile phone, and from that point onwards, you can use this memory of 32. So now tell me, totally what is the amount of memory you have it in your mobile phone now? 32 plus 16. Guys, tell me now. 32 plus 16 means what? Guys,
48
32.
GB.
Huh?
48 GB.
Very good. So 48 GB memory. Totally, you can store up to 48 GB memory now in your mobile phone along with SD card. Now, the question is that now the further I have some more videos and photos, etc., which is amounting to around, okay, 100 GB. 100 GB. Let us assume amounting to around 500 GB. Now tell me, how do you store this 500 GB memory? You already utilize the 32 GB, you already utilize the 16 GB memory. You have to store more 500 GB memory is required now. So now tell me, guys, what is the way you adopt it? Just think generally, because we do it in the daily basis, this kind of job. Tell me now.
OneDrive or Google Drive will put.
Very good, very good. So that means you will now you will take the support of a Google Drive. Am I right? Google Drive. But the problem is that Google is also providing you by default 15 GB as a memory. Am I right? Huh? 15 GB of the memory by default Google is providing to you. But now you have to store 15 GB or 500 GB, guys? 500 GB. So now what you have to do? Tell me now. Tell me, guys. Yeah, please. Guys, please tell me, ma. Did you get my question? What I mean to tell you? If you get the question, just simply say yes, or else I'll repeat the question once again. My question is that I'll repeat the question once again. My question is that now my mobile memory already has 16 GB memory, and SD card I have installed it. I've put some SD card and it has the 32 GB memory. Totally both the memories amounting to 48 GB, but I have some more 500 GB memory to be stored. So for that, I took the support of Google Drive, and Google Drive is providing only 15 GB memory. What is the alternative for me now? My
External hard
altern
disk.
huh?
External hard disk.
External hard disk, that is fine, okay, but I want the data. Okay, no problem. One more way is that you can ask the Google. That is fine, that is very good, okay, but here the thing is that you can ask the Google to increase the size. That means from 15 GB I want 500 GB. So Google is providing Google will provide you 500 GB of memory, Free of cost, or they will charge something for it?
They will charge something.
They will charge. That means after 15 GB, even if you store 0.1 MB also, okay, then it is going to charge you. So you can buy the space on the Google Drive by paying some cost. Now, guys, totally I bought it. I bought this one also. Everything is done now. Totally, the amount of memory. What is that amount of memory I have? 548 GB memory. Totally, I have it now. Totally, how much memory I have it? 548 GB. That means 48 GB in my mobile phone and 500 on my Google Drive. Now, one fine day, I lost my mobile phone. One fine day, I lost my mobile phone, guys. That is my query. Now, my query is that when I lose my mobile phone, so I could not able to trace it off. Now, the question is that I bought a new mobile phone. I have to buy a new mobile phone. Hence, I bought the new mobile phone. Now, once you bought a new mobile phone, guys, please tell me, can you recollect this 48 GB? Can you recollect this 500 GB memory or not?
500 GB is possible. 48 GB is not possible.
Yes, exactly. Very good. So we can say that 500 GB, you can recollect it by just using the synchronize option. You can just log in with your mail ID, enter the password, and in the same way you can recollect it. But what about the 48 GB? The 48 GB memory is lost with the mobile phone because this memory is called as physical memory. Am I right? This memory is called as what? Physical memory. Physical memory. So hence I cannot recollect it. Whereas the memory or the data which is stored on the Google Drive can be recollected. So we can say that the Google Drive, we can call it as a cloud. Am I right, guys? Everyone? Google memory is called as what? Cloud memory. Google memory is called as what is that, guys? Cloud memory, cloud data memory. It is called as what? Cloud data memory. Cloud data memory. Whereas the physical memory of your mobile phone, we can refer it as what? On-premises memory. Am I right, guys? I can refer it as what? On-premises. So now tell me, what is the drawback, guys? Now tell me, what is the drawback you have? What is the drawback you have between on-premises memory and cloud memory? On-premises memory, once you lose your mobile phone, you cannot recollect it. But the same can be recollected using the cloud. Am I right or not? So now this is the drawback. You have it in the on-premises data. So now, guys, just for 548 GB, which is required for us. Now, what we have done, we took the support of the cloud rather than taking the support of the mobile phone. So, in the same way, what you have done, tell me now, what you have done. That means you have moved physically, guys. You have moved physically from the cloud, from the physical mobile phone memory to what is that? Cloud memory. That is called as Google Drive memory. Am I right or not? So, nowadays, every one of us storing the data in mobile phone inbuilt memory, or we are storing it data into the Google Drive, guys? Tell me now. Huh?
Google Drive.
Most of us, every time, we will store the data in the Google Drive. Am I right, everyone? So why do you store the data in the Google Drive? Tell me now.
You can recover.
Yes, can recover it. Suppose tomorrow you have traveled to other country, suppose United States of America, and did not take your mobile phone now. Now what happened is, as you did not take your mobile phone and you're there finally into this some United States of America, so can you get this Google Drive memory resaved to your mobile phone in even after reaching the USA? Tell me now, guys.
Yeah.
Of course, that means the access is possible even irrespective of the location. So we can say that we can access this data which is stored in the Google Drive from anywhere in the world. Am I right? From anywhere in the world without worrying about the physical location where my data is stored. The same way, guys, tell me now, actually Google Drive is stored where? The Google Drive stores the data into the cloud environment. Into what is that? Cloud environment. So cloud environment is what? Ultimately, cloud environment is nothing but ultimately it stores the data physically into the data centers. So every cloud provider has the data centers. And now in these data centers, the entire physical data will be stored. In this data centers, the physical data will be stored. Am I right, guys, everyone? Okay. Uh, somebody just put it yourself in mute mode. I think there is no issues from my end. Yeah, guys. Okay, now fine now. So now I think the voice is background voice is not there. It's fine now. Okay, guys. There is no disturbance now. I think from the background. Please say yes.
Yeah, it's fine now.
So now, guys. Now, so in the same way, guys. Here you have a cloud and on-premises. Cloud means what? Cloud is nothing but storing the data onto the Google Drive is a cloud environment. And now, guys, on-premise is nothing but storing the data into your mobile phone physical memory. Mobile phone memory. Mobile phone memory is called as what? On-premises. Is called as what, guys? What is it called as? On-premises. Am I right, guys? So now, guys, as we are an individual, still we wanted to save the data. Still we wanted to move it our from the physical memory to what? Google Drive memory. In the same way, lot of the corporates, many corporates, now what they are doing is they are planning or they are moving from the physical data to what is that? Cloud data. So for that, many cloud providers has come out. Many cloud providers has come out to provide the support for it. So for that, the following are the cloud providers we have it. What is that? The first one is called as what? Azure. Azure is a cloud provider from Microsoft. So Microsoft, what it is doing is it is marketing their product, the cloud product. It is marketing its cloud product with a name called what? Azure. Okay. And then we have what is that? The next one provider as what? Amazon, or we can say AWS. AWS is from what? Yes, Amazon Web Service. Amazon Web Service. And the third one, what is that you have it? Google GCP. So we have the GCP, which stands for what? Google Cloud Platform. Google Cloud Platform. Okay, guys, Google Cloud Platform. Then afterwards, then we have what is that? Alibaba. This is a China-based, okay, that is cloud provider. And now then we have what is that? We have the SAP Cloud. SAP Cloud. Likewise, then you have even the SAP Cloud is there, Oracle Cloud is there, etc., etc., etc. These are all the cloud providers. But whereas the market leader is the two or three, first three are the market leaders. And number one is the Azure. Number one is the Azure in providing the cloud services. So now, guys, these cloud services are basically classified or divided into three categories. These cloud services are basically classified or divided into three categories. What is that? First one is called as what? EAS. EAS means what, guys? EAS stands for what? Infrastructure. Infrastructure as a service. And then you have what's that? PaaS. PaaS stands for what, guys? PaaS stands for what? Platform as a service. Then, guys, third one is SaaS. SaaS stands for what, guys? Software as a service. Software as a service. Guys, these are the three different services provided by the cloud providers. That means IaaS as a service, PaaS as a service, and SaaS as a service. These are the three categories of services provided by the cloud providers. Getting my point? So now entire cloud service is classified or built according to these categories: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Infrastructure as a service means what, guys? Suppose just now we have discussed that you require 500 GB of data to be stored. That means you require what? Space on the cloud. Space on the cloud to store the 500 GB data. Am I right? So whereas this all storages, suppose you require, what is it? All the storages, how much storage you require it? 500 GB or 1000 okay, petabyte, okay, petabyte. So all these, okay, all these, can you see here? All this is the responsibility of the that is nothing but the cloud provider, and it provides this service in the form of what? Infrastructure as a service. Now guys, you require a RAM, random access memory. You require a RAM speed of let us say 56 GB. So now guys, you need not buy an external RAM anything. Simply you need to inform your cloud provider that this is the RAM speed you require it. So he will set it for you. So you need not worry about the physical components or the physical parts. Now getting my point? Next, after this, platform as a service. Suppose guys, suppose what is platform, guys? What is platform? Platform is generally a type of an operating system. Now guys, we are using Android as an operating system, and can you see here, that is nothing but Apple is using some operating system. Okay, so hence these are the various operating system. Okay, these are the various operating system used by the various that is nothing but various mobiles, we can say. In the same way, if at all you have a computer, so generally in the computer, what is the operating system we use it, guys? Can you tell me what is the operating system we use it in a PC, guys? Tell me now. Generally we use the Windows as operating system. But now my question is that I have a very massive amount of data, and this massive amount of data is not supported on the Windows operating system most of the time. Let us assume banking data. Banking data is very huge, massive amount of data. So now it is not supported on the Windows operating system. Hence, we require some other operating system that is called as what? Mainframes. Mainframes is an operating system. Mainframes is an operating system from what? IBM. So you need not buy the license of this. You need not worry about the operating system. Simply you need to inform your cloud provider Azure that you require the mainframes operating system. He will take care. And now guys, suppose you require some softwares. Softwares in the sense you require some reporting softwares, or you require some analytical software, such as you require some you require some softwares, or you require any kind of reporting. That is nothing but, suppose you require Power BI, or suppose you require some Cognos. You need not buy the license of this. Need not worry about this. Simply you need to inform your cloud provider that you require it. He is going to buy that for you. He is going to buy that for you. Everything is taken care by the, that is nothing but by the cloud provider in the service called what? Software as a service. So these are the three categories of services we have it. So whereas the cloud providers has divided their service based on these three, and based on these three categories only they will bill you. They are going to bill you. It is as simple as, guys, as simple as, simply you log into this you have the OTT platforms is there: Amazon Prime, Netflix, etc. What you will do, you will enter your mobile number and a password. That's it. You will enter it into the application, and once you enter into the application, if you want to watch a new movie, then you have to subscribe that particular premium subscription or not. Tell me now, guys. You need to buy a subscription or not, premium subscription, to watch a latest movie. Yes, tell me. Do we require to buy it or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, required.
So in the same way here also, whichever the service is required, in the same way, simply we need to buy it from the Azure. Buy means what? Here we are just that means utilizing it, paying it. That's it. Utilizing and paying the cost. It is just like renting off, renting off. Okay, without having an ownership, without claiming an ownership, you can do your task just by paying them. Okay, just by paying them the cost of the same. So whereas where these are the three categories of service provided by the cloud. Now guys, the cloud is clear for me and on premises is also clear for me. Everything is clear. But my question is that source, target, and this thing is done. Already this is also extraction, transformation, loading done. But my question is that what is exactly the use of the ADB, that is called as Azure Databricks? What it does? We have to understand this. So now guys, let us come back here. When it comes to the Azure Databricks is a service of Microsoft, which is provided to perform the job of extraction, transformation, and what is that? Loading. To perform the job of extraction, transformation, and what is that? Loading. The Azure Databricks is a service of a Microsoft provided to perform the job of extraction, transformation, and what is that? Loading. Okay, guys. Now, when it comes to this Azure Databricks, exactly, let us try to understand this ETL with some example. Guys, here I have a data. So let us say here, I have some data here. So I'm using, guys, I'm using it this as a source. And now I have the source. And now, guys, in the bottom, I'll write the target. My query is that I have a data of a supermarket, and supermarket data is given like this: product ID, product ID, product rate, product quantity sold, and date of sales. Now, guys, some this you see here. Now, my query is that, guys, my query is that, uh, and here is the customer. The customer is here. The customer is here. The customer wanted to know, guys, this is a customer. That customer means what? The owner of the supermarket is a customer for us. This customer wanted to know what is the change in sales, or what is the sales difference on 26th first of this month and 22nd of this month, whether the sales has increased between these two dates or not. He wanted to know first of all. So guys, first of all, to know this query or to report him the same to the customer, what is that you require it? You require the source, and the source consisting of the following information. What is that? Product ID, product rate, product quantity sold, date of sales. Let us give the product ID is something like this. Product rate, let us give it as 100 rupees, and the quantity sold is 10, and then you have a date of sales. Date of sale is 21, guys, 21/11/2022. And then you have the product something like this, okay, product ID, and the rate is 200, and the quantity sold is 05, and now the date of sales is 21/11/2022. And then I have something like this. So I have 500/02, and now guys I have 21/11/2022. Now guys, this is the thing we have it. First day, that means what? 21st data is already recorded. Do we have 22nd data? No, we will write the 22nd data. So as you wanted to write the 22nd data, simply what I will do is I'll copy this information and I'll paste it here. Okay, that's it guys. Let us see it here how to make it. So simply copy this information and I'm pasting it the same information. But now what I will do is, instead of this, I will make it as 200. Rate is 200, and here I'll make it as rate as 300, and here I'll make the rate as 1000. That's it. Okay, just now guys, product quantity sold as it is, but I'm changing the date here. What's the date? 22, 22, and now guys 22, 22. Now guys, here you have it. Now tell me now, as you have this 2 days data, tell me now, the 2 days data is here or not, guys? Now to tell me, is there any difference in the sales? Is there any difference in the sales from 21st to 22nd? Can you tell me, guys?
Yes, different is there, sir. Different is there.
Difference is there. How can you say? How can you say? Just by looking into the data. Am I right or not? Just by looking into the data, yeah, just by looking into the data, you can say there is a difference. Why you are able to say? Because you have only how many records are there, guys? Totally 6 records. Very simple, small data. You can look it here and decide it. Am I right or not, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
If you have massive amount of data, can you look onto the data and decide it or not? Suppose each table having some 1 lakh records. Can you decide it by looking into the records?
No, not possible.
Not possible. So for that, here we use the technique. What is that? Let us see how the ETL is applied here. Extraction. ETL stands for what? Extraction. Extraction. Let us see how the extraction is done here. The first process of extraction is that where you have to pick up. Do we require the product ID to find out the net sales amount of the day? Do you require the product ID, guys?
Not required.
Not required. Do you require the product rate?
Yes, required.
Required.
Quantity sold?
Required.
Date of sales?
Required.
So now, guys, I'm picking up these 3 columns. Picking up these 3 columns is the process of what is that? It is the process of extraction. It is the process of what? Extraction. Now the columns are picked up. Now, guys, next comes transformation. Picking up is done. Transformation. Now in the transformation, how can you find out the net? You want to find out the net sales amount each day. So to find out the net sales amount, do we need to perform some arithmetic operations on the data or not? That means some mathematical calculations is required or not?
Yes.
Hello, can anyone hear the voice?
Yes.
Sir, screen is not visible.
Actually, he's left. He's left. Maybe he's facing network issue.
Okay.
Shamil is not there.
Sorry, guys, got disconnected due to some network issue. Sorry. Okay. Hello, I'm audible now?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm audible now. Yeah, so got disconnected due to some this thing network issue. Okay, so now guys, okay, we were just a minute, so just a minute, I'm just looking out for this. I don't have this host rights. Just a minute. Let me call the people to provide me the host right, because once
Because you can provide a host rights to Shami. Might be or is the host.
I'm audible, guys. Please tell me, I'm audible.
Yes, yes.
Now, guys, see here. So we have, what is that? We were discussing about the calculations. 100 into 10 is what is 1000. 200 into 5 is what? 1000. 500 into 2 what? Again, tell me now, guys. 1000. Now tell me, guys. You have one totally. Calculate the sum here. What is the sum? Can you tell me the sum, guys? The sum of these three is what? Yes, guys, the sum of these three is what? It is 3000. So I can say that. Can I say that here? Can you see? 3000 is the net sales amount. Am I right, guys? Am I right, everyone? This you are doing it under the process of transformation. Now, it is done for the 21st day. What about the 22nd day? Guys, can you tell me? Please come out, all of you. Help me out in this. Yes, guys. Tell me now, for the 22nd day, 200 into 10 means what? 200 into 10 means what, guys? Tell me now. 2000. 300 into 5 means what, guys? Tell me now.
1500.
Yes? Huh?
1500.
Very good. 1000 into 2 means what?
2000.
Very good. So now calculate the sum now.
5500.
Very good. So now, guys, 5500. Now, guys, this is the net sales amount. Now, guys, this process is called as a transformation process. It's done now. Finally, you will be loading. Where you will be loading the data, guys? Tell me now. Finally, you will be loading the data into the target. So how will I load the data? I will load the data like this. See here. I'm loading the data. So net sales amount underscore sales underscore amount. Net sales amount is what, guys? Tell me now. Net sales amount is what? 3000. And now for which date it is? So I'm declaring one more column here. Oh yes, that is date of sales. Date of sales is, I'm using it as 21/11/2022. And then we have, what is that, guys? Tell me now. 5500, and it is on 22nd/11/2022. Now, guys, this particular thing, that is nothing but called as output. Now, can you see here? This entire thing, what you have done, guys? Can you see this entire thing? What we have done? We have transformed this much data. Can you see here? This much data of two tables I have transformed into one table and in the summarized manner. So this data you can report it to the customer, stating that this is the difference of sales between 21st and 22nd day of November 2022. Am I right, guys? Everyone? Huh? This process is called as the process of what? Extraction, transformation, and loading. And this is done by using the Azure Databricks here. By using what is that? Azure Databricks. It is done by the process called what? Using the service called what? Azure Databricks, where extraction, transformation, and loading of data is done by the Azure Databricks. Clear, all of you now? Now, as a part of this course, guys, we are going to see this Azure Databricks. Okay, Azure Databricks, and the total duration of this course will be 60 hours. Okay, 60 hours, but it will be, we are quoting it as 60, but it will go beyond the 60 hours because we have many live scenarios we are going to look into. Okay, and that's the thing, we have it. And we are going to start the classes from tomorrow, the same 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay guys, 10:15 in the morning, that's the timings we have it. 10:15 to around 11:30 every day. You will have 1 hour 15 minutes class, 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes class. And next, after this, guys, when it comes to this, the classes after this, even the resume planning and everything will be given to you as a support. Okay, and contents brochure, you can check it. Okay, uh, Azure Data Factory and Azure Databricks both are used for the same process, but Azure Databricks, here you can use the it is called as CUI that is called as character user interface, where you need to use different languages: Python, Scala, R, and SQL. These are the four languages used in the bricks, Azure Databricks. Whereas in the Azure Data Factory, it is totally a menu driven. It is totally a menu driven. Both performs the same job. Both performs the same job, but this is a menu driven, and this is a that is nothing but the code based. You have it. Okay, so that's it about this thing. And every day we will have the class 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes, and Saturday, Monday to Saturday, Friday, you will have the classes. So generally Saturdays and Sundays I don't take the classes. If it is required to cover up the portion, then we will continue on Saturdays, guys. That's the only thing we have. Okay. So now you can ask me any questions if you have. Please go ahead.
Sir, like I just wanted to know, there is coding part is there in the curriculum, so we need to learn coding as well.
Yes, of course. Coding means whichever it is required, we will discuss it in the class itself. As such, separately, you need not learn the coding somewhere going outside. Okay. So what is that? I will explain you. That will be easy only, not so tough enough for people, what the people think. Okay. So we will be seeing here the coding in four different languages. See, there is SQL, Python, R, and Scala. I'll
Uh,
write the coding. Yeah.
mm, Sir, like what is PySpark that I'm hearing a lot about?
See, PySpark is basically Python and Spark together. It is called as Spark, PySpark, PySpark.
Okay. Okay. Do we need to learn that also for ADB?
Yes, of course. I will teach you that PySpark also. I'll teach.
Okay, okay, okay. Thanks, sir.
That's it. Thank you. Any other questions, guys?
Sir, this is a duration, sir.
Duration will be 60 hours.
Okay, okay.
60 hours.
Azure Data Factory.
Huh?
Is it required to learn both Azure Data Factory and Azure Database
It
for
basically
industries?
see guys, there is no connection between Azure Data Factory and Database. If you learn it, that is up to you. If you don't learn it, then also no problem. You can get the job individually on Azure Databricks as well as on the Data Factory. These are two different services you have it. Okay.
Sir, if there any deployment process are you explaining, sir? Deployment processing.
Yes, of course, deployment process we will see now anyways. Without the this is all a technical subject.
Yes, sir. So ADF also there, right? ADF and ADB. Okay, deployment process is required. After that, finally, classes over, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
Sir,
yes.
is
We
there
will
any
see that
combined
deployment.
batch for both Databricks and Data Factory?
Uh,
Is there any combined batch? I mean,
See, you will have data factory batch is morning 7 a.m. started today itself, along with you, and Databricks is this time. Combined batches means these are two different services, so I teach them differently.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
Combinedly, we'll see a type of a project, anyways. A case study, you can say, not exactly the project case study. I can show you. See, basically, when it comes to the data, someone is typing. So, what is that? Monitor, optimize data storage, data processing. All this is covered, guys. And whatever the training we are going to look into, it is basically okay. More than enough to write a certification also. Certification for ADB whenever you want to write it. Okay, this is enough. So, as a part of even the that is nothing but everyday videos will be provided to you. That's it.
sir,
Any other questions if
any
you have? You can.
any batch for the evening?
Huh?
Any batch for the evening?
Right now, no, there is no batch in the evening. So morning batches only we have it. It's there. One batch is there, but it's already started. 12 to 14 days back, it has started already. Yeah, 12 classes is already done with that.
Samit sir, ADB and
Uh,
ADF both are providing Azure, right? Microsoft. What is the main
uh,
difference between ADB and ADF?
Basically, the ADF, what they are using is, if there is a project in where you are going to use the ADF and ADB both, the ADF is used for data ingestion process. Up to only data ingestion process only, the ADF they are using it. Further, after the data ingestion of the data, ingestion that means insertion of the data. Okay, once the data is inserted, the data picking up the data from there and preparing or moving the data into delta lake and then performing the visualization. For all this process we are using the ADB only.
Okay, got it.
Any specific
Huh?
software we have to download for this?
No software is required, no software is required, no licenses is required. Simple, very subscription. I'll tell you, I'll show you. You have to subscribe that, that's it. No software, no piracy, nothing is there. No
Yeah,
piracy,
yeah,
no sub.
but it is asking some card, yeah, credit card number asking.
Yeah, credit card, obviously. That is for free subscription. It will take you, it will charge some 2 rupees from a credit card. And the free subscription will be valid for 30 days. Okay. And after that, you have to go for pay as you go model. That pay as you go model will not cost you if you based on your usage only. It is just like pay as you go means it will not charge you more than 7 to 800 for an individual. So okay, because we are working on, because we are here we are working on the type of an organization. Then even I'm taking multiple batches. Even then, I'm not getting the bill more than 2,000 rupees per month, 2,000 to 2,500. But there is a technique for saving this. That is nothing but how to save the cost and all. I will that is anyways tell you those techniques. So if you follow that, that's not a problem for you to make out. That's it.
Yeah, can you providing that license code in per practice purpose?
Huh?
Yeah, can you provide license account? Sorry, can you providing account so for a practice purpose?
account, you can take it. It's not me to provide you. You can take it directly. I'll show you the way how to create account, everything I'll show you.
Yeah, okay.
Mm. Okay, guys, any other questions? Okay, guys, thank you. Then we'll meet tomorrow morning at the same time.
Okay, sir. Bye.
Okay, okay. Thank you, guys. We'll meet tomorrow, 10:15. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Yes, am I audible,
Yes,
guys?
sir. Yes, sir. Good morning.
Okay, so let us start now. So Azure Databricks. Okay, guys, Azure Databricks. Guys, when it comes to this Azure Databricks, okay. So as already you know that what is Azure Databricks? Azure Databricks is a, guys, Azure Databricks is a service. It is a service, guys. Everyone, Azure Databricks is a service which is used to perform the job of, guys. What is that? Azure Databricks is a service. Okay, Azure Databricks is a service which is used to perform. Azure Databricks is a service which is ETL, that is extraction, transformation, and what is that? Loading. Extraction, transformation, and loading. Okay, between what is that? Clouds, between the clouds and on premises. Clouds and what is it? On premises. Between the clouds and what is that? On premises. Okay, guys. So now between the clouds and on premises. So here, okay, guys. So when it comes to this ETL, so now, guys, ETL is what basically? It is a service provided. Can you say Azure Databricks is a service provided by Microsoft, and perform the job of ETL, the clouds and what is that? On premises. Between the clouds and what is that? On premises. So now, guys, let us try to see this. Okay. So what is basically an ETL? So ETL, as we know that it stands for what? Extraction. It stands for what? Extraction, transformation, extraction, transformation, and what's that? Loading. Extraction, transformation, and what is that? Loading. Extraction, transformation, and loading. Now, guys, when it comes to this extraction, transformation, and loading, this is a process. This is a process, all of you. This is a process of, is what is that? Data summarization. This is a process of what, guys? Data summarization. This is the process of what? Data summarization. This is the process of what? Data summarization. Okay. It is a process of what? Data summarization. It's a process of what? Guys, data summarization. It is the process of what? Data summarization. Wherein you have, what is that? Source. You have data source. What's the data storage? What's that? You have it? Source, data storage. So now our source is a place where actually we can find the data, and from the source ultimately we pass on the data to what is that, guys? Target. We pass on the data to what is that, guys? Target. We pass on the data to what? Target. We pass on the data to what is it? Target. So can you see here? We have, what is it? Source. Source means what? A place where we can find actual data. The place where we can find, what is it, guys? Actual data. All of you following, please? Yes, guys. Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So now, so we have, what's it? Source. And source is nothing but what? A place where you can find the data. So now, in the source, we can get the data of type of what? Files. or else we can get the data in the form of what is the databases, or else we can get the data in the form of what is it, live stream. We can also get the data from what, live streaming data, live streaming data. Okay, we can get the data from what, files. We can get the data from what is that, files. We can get the data from what, files. We can get the data from what, databases. Else we can get the data from what is that, live streaming data. Anyways guys, so these files, can you see here, are of what, we can have the CSV files, we can have what is that, JSON files, we can have what a CSV file, JSON file, and then we have what is that, Excel files, etc. You can see here, these are the various type of files you have it. These are the various type of files you have it, guys. What is that? These are the various type of files we have it. Okay, what is that? We have the, these are the various type of files we have it. Okay guys, so these are the various type of files you have it. So what we do is, ultimately we pull in the data, we pull in the data into this ADB, that is called as Azure Databricks. This is called as what, guys? This is called as what, the process of data ingestion. It is called as what, the process ingestion. Okay, so then once we pull in the data, what we do, we perform the process of, so pulling in the data is a process of what, extraction. Extraction. And once the extraction is done, guys, and once the extraction is done, then you will have what is a transformation. Then you will have what, transformation. Transformation is what, transformation is the process of, actual process of data summarization. And once the transformation is done, finally what we do, guys, finally what we do, perform the loading. We perform what is that, loading. So now the all together, loading where, loading the data into the, yes guys, loading data into what is it, target, that is called as destination. Destination or target. Getting my point? So this is how we can make out using this. Or in the same process, even if you have, can you see the data access to be accessed from the database? So what we do, we using this ADB, that is Azure Databricks, we pull in the data, and now again the same process, that is called as E. Again, then we have what is it, T. What did you have it? T stands for transformation. Again, finally we put the data into what is it? Loading. Okay, what is it? Loading is a final process, and loading the data into what is that? Destination. So destination is what? Destination is the actual target. Destination, guys, destination is nothing but the actual target you have it. Getting my point, all of you? So these are the, and now even from the live streaming, even from the live streaming, if at all you want to pull in the data the same way, what is it you have it? We use the ADB. We use the ADB, okay, Azure Databricks. And then what we do, we use the, again, what is it? Extraction. And then we perform what is that? Transformation, guys. What is that? Transformation. And then finally we use what is that? Loading. We perform the loading. And now guys, this loading will be done ultimately into what is that? Destination. What is that? Destination. Getting my point? This is how the entire process works on. Okay, extraction, transformation, and finally loading the data into this. Now guys, even we have discussed it in the last class, but just I wanted to brush it up before we move ahead. Guys, use what is that? Let us see first of all what is a big data. Guys, you already know what is big data now. Yes guys, what is big data? Big data is nothing but, what do you mean by big data, guys? Huge data. What is that? Big data is nothing but what? Huge data or huge information. Huge information is called as what? Big data. What is that? Huge information is called as what? Big data. Guys, huge information. So now guys, big data. So what are the sources of getting the big data? Can you just tell me, guys, from where you can get it? Yes, any idea? Yes, guys, I'm audible.
Maybe event hubs, storage account.
Okay, anyways, yeah. Anyways, guys, we get the big data from various sources. So, such as what? Social networking sites, social networking sites. Okay, guys, we get the data from what? Social networking sites. That is big data. Such as, what do you mean by social networking sites? WhatsApp, Facebook. Okay, Facebook, WhatsApp, WhatsApp. Then you have Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp. Then you have Insta, etc. These are all the, can you see here? These are all the social networking sites from where we get the data. So, guys, data. So basically, what you can say, this is a business now. This is a business, and from the business we get the data. And data, what we do? Data we put it in the form of what? Files or whatever the type you have it. And these files we get it into ADB, that is Azure Databricks. And from here we get the data into Azure Databricks, perform the job of what? Extraction, and then we do what? Transformation, and then we do what? Loading. And loading into what is that, guys? Finally, destination. Loading into what? Destination. Destination. Getting my point? Loading the data into what is that? Destination. Okay. Loading the data into what is that? Destination. Finally, the data will be loaded into what? Destination. Okay, guys, everyone. Yes, am I audible to everyone or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, that's it. So now, next, apart from this, we can also get the data. Yes, we can also get the data from what? Social networking sites. We can also get the data from what? Banking applications. We can also get the data from what? Banking applications. So what in the banking applications we can get the data, and from here what we do? We pull in the data, and now this time, whenever you have a banking applications, the data will be loaded, or data will be stored in the form of what? Databases only, guys. From the databases, what we do? We pull in the data, guys. We pull in the data, again the same process. What is that? Using the ADB, Azure Databricks, we perform the job of what? Extraction, transformation, and loading. And now finally, once we load it, guys, finally once we load it, ultimately it will be sent towards destination. Now, likewise, you can also get the data from what is it? Human generated data. That means human generated data is very rare. Okay, human generated means the data which is generated by you and me. Okay, human generated data. And apart from this, we can also have, okay, same process. Human generated data will be again accessed into the ADB. And from the using the ADB, we perform the job of what? Extraction, transformation, and what's it? Loading. And ultimately, finally we load the data towards a destination. Finally, we load the data towards a destination. This is the destination you load it. Okay, guys. So yeah, what is that? Human generated data. What is that? Social networking sites. We can get the data from what? Social networking sites, banking applications, human generated data. Okay, guys, human generated data. These are the various things you have it. Getting my point, everyone? Now, apart from this, we can also get the big data in the form of what? Machine generated. Guys, machine generated data. What is machine generated data? The machine generated data is nothing but the data which is generated by the machineries, such as your CT scan machine is there, ECG machine is there. Okay, guys, many machines nowadays, we have everything. We are surrounded by machineries. So every machine, almost all every machine generates the data. Getting my point, everyone? Almost all every machine generates the data. So now, guys, every machine generates the data. So now every machine generates the data. Okay, so whereas those generated, that is nothing but whenever the can you see here, the data is, can you see here, whenever, can you see here, whenever you have that is nothing but any kind of machine generated data is there. Okay, any kind of machine generated data, any machine generates the data, that data guys will be recorded. The data will be recorded into what is that? The following. What is that? It can be in the form of what? Live streaming, databases, or files. That's where you get the live data. So such as, what is that you have it now? ADB. Again, the same process. ETL. Ultimately, from here, the data will be sent to what? Destination. Now guys, okay, these are the various, that is nothing but sources of getting the big data. That is social networking sites, banking applications, human generated data, machine generated data. Okay, live streaming data is nothing but just like your stock market. You'll be getting the stock market data. Okay, leave about stock market, guys. Live streaming data is more similar, I can tell you. Cricket match, we all must be watching the matches, am I right? In that you will have live score, na guys. Live streaming data, getting my point? That is called as what? Live streaming data. Okay guys, so now anyways we can capture even the live streaming data and perform the job here. So now guys, this is the thing you have it. So now after all these things are completed, now guys, this data, we get the data here. What we do, we get the data from what's it, files, etc., into the ADB. And now ADB, from ADB perform the job of what? Extraction, transformation, loading. But here in ADB, where the data is stored, the data is stored in ADB in the following storages. So we can see that storages in Azure means what? The following are the storages which we require it to store the data in Azure, guys. If you store the data in Azure, you can use the data anywhere, guys. You can use the data anywhere. That means you can use the data in that means you can use it by using the ADB. You can using the data by whenever we use the Synapse. Even if you're using the ADF, Azure Data Factory, also if you're using it, we can use the storages as it is. Okay, it is just like common storages. What we can say is commonly used storages, guys. Okay, commonly used storages. Okay, yeah guys, I'm audible. Guys, I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
So now,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So now commonly used storage. What are those storages? Let us try to see this now. The storages. So first storage, blob storage. Second one is Azure Data Lake Gen 1. Third one, Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Azure Data Lake Gen 1, Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Okay. Then next one, what is it? You have it. Azure Data Lake, or sorry, Azure, okay, SQL database. Then you have what's it? Azure Cosmos DB. That means this is called as NoSQL database, guys. It is called as what? NoSQL database. Getting my point, everyone? This is called as what? NoSQL database. Following everyone, guys, please. This is called as what? NoSQL database. And afterwards, we can have the next one. What is it? Azure Elastic Pools. Can you see here? These are the various storages you have it. Wherein, out of all this storage is going to retire in 2024. Hence, we cannot create only this. Rest of all we can create and we can use it. Getting my point? Hence, rest of all we can create and we can use it. Only this storage you cannot create it, guys. That is called as what? Azure Data Lake Gen 1. Azure Data Lake, what is that? Okay, guys, Azure Data Lake Gen 1, you cannot create it. Rest of all, you can create it. Now, in Azure, totally you have 90 plus storages. How many? 90 plus storages are there. Now, guys, I'll show you the storages, how the storages appears. So these are the, I'm just go to the portal, take a portal. I'm just sharing the screen here. New screen, I'm sharing it, all of you. How to begin here? How to start? All of you. Yes, guys, I'm audible, guys. Please come out, all of you.
Yes, sir.
A portal, can you see here? Just type it here. Portal.azure.com. Portal.azure.com. Use a web page directly called portal.azure.com. So in this, can you see here? You have a storages. So for seeing the storages, guys, click on more services. Click on the more services. Click on the more services, guys. Can you see it? These are all the storages, you can say. I'll show you the storages. Can you see storage? These are all storages only. Storage accounts, recovery service vaults, data lake Gen 1, storage, okay, sync service, Azure Stack Edge, Azure Data Box, okay. Then you what that data shares, HPC caches. All these are the storages you can use it, okay. That means you have 90 plus storages are there which you can use it. Guys, what is that you have it? Can see it? Databases. Can see all of you? Yes, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes.
These are all the storages you can have it. So in Azure, totally you have 90 plus storages you have. Okay. So this is how. Now, how to log into this portal, guys? I will tell you one more way. So now, guys, I'm just showing you. Use, first of all, azure.com. First of all, use the azure.com. Once you use the azure.com, guys, get your free account, you'll get it. First, click on this. Try Azure for free, getting started. Click on getting started or try Azure for free. Anything you can select. Getting started. Can you see here? Anyways, it's taking me directly because I'm already logged in, so hence it's taking me. So guys, here what we can do is, if you just click on this get started, it will ask you some of your details. That is your the mail ID, etc. Once you enter your mail ID, everything, guys, then finally it will ask you for the credit card. If you provide the credit card, it will deduct 2 rupees from your credit card, guys. Okay. Okay, guys. So yes, guys, tell me.
Okay, sir.
So now this is how. So finally, what we can do is finally what we can do is so finally what we can do is once you click on this, finally you'll be landing up here on this. Finally you'll be here. This is called as portal.azure.com, and now you can start the service here. What is that? Bricks. I'm just typing here bricks. Bricks. Type it here bricks. Can you see here, guys? This is the bricks. Okay. So now this is the one way. Can you see here? Fine. Okay. So anyways, the login, how to log in this, what are the things you have in bricks, that we will again see it from tomorrow onwards, guys. Okay. Tomorrow we'll have the class. Okay, tomorrow we'll meet at the same time. No changes in the time. Okay, guys. That's it. So now, guys, for the day, can you see these are all the things. So these are the very mandatory things which you have to remember it. Sorry. It's okay. This is the storages, and this is the thing we have it about this. Okay, guys. So we'll just stop the class here and we'll continue tomorrow. Okay, ma?
Hi, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, is there any chance to modify the timings?
Modifying in the sense?
It will start at 10:15, right, sir? So, like,
We can
for
shift it to
me,
maximum 10 o'clock, not beyond that. Because already I have one batch at 9 o'clock.
oh, okay.
Since
Because I'm interested to join the session, sir, but because of office, the timings are not suitable for me. So that's why. Is there any chance? That's why I'm asking.
let me check and update you on this with the management. I'll check. Okay.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
check and tell you on this. Definitely.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Okay, thank you. Anyways, tomorrow we'll meet at the same time. Okay, guys. So we'll just okay, meet at the same. Now I'm stopping the class. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so now let us start with the this Azure Databricks. Okay, guys, so now the Azure Databricks will just go ahead. Now, as you know, yesterday already we have discussed about these things. What is an Azure Databricks? So basically, the Azure Databricks is nothing but the Azure Databricks is a service. Is what is that? It is a service. It is a service provided by what is it? Microsoft. It is a service provided by what? Microsoft in order to perform the job of what is that? Extraction, transformation, and loading. That is nothing but ETL. Okay. So that is nothing but Azure Databricks is a service provided by Microsoft to perform the job of extraction, transformation, and loading. Okay. Now, so this process of ETL, guys, tell me now, this process of ETL, that is extraction, transformation, and loading requires what? Yes, guys, you require two things. One is the source, another one is what is the target. You require the source and the target. Between the source and the target, guys, we perform this job. That is called as ETL. Okay, everyone. So we have what is that? Between the source and the target, guys, between the source and the target, we perform the job of ETL. That is extraction, transformation, and loading. So whereas the source is nothing but all of you, source is nothing but what, guys? Source of data. Am I right, everyone? Source of nothing but what? Source of data. Guys, source of income means what? A place or a source from where we get the money is called as source of income. In the same way, source of data is nothing but what? Source of data. That is, we get the data from what? Ultimately, we get the data from what? Business only. Am I right? From where do we get the data? Can you tell me, guys? Yes, all of you. Yes, I want a reply from all of you guys.
From source.
Huh?
So we have to extract the data from the source and
Data we get it from where? Ultimately from the business only we get the data, na?
yeah,
From the business we get the data, and this data we can get it in the form of what? In the form of files. In the form of what is it?
CSV.
Yes, we can get the data in the form of what? Databases. We can get the data even from live streaming data. So what do you mean live streaming data, guys? Live streaming data is nothing but just like, you know, the share market data. You have it live streaming, which will be fluctuating, okay, on you know, that is immediate, that is very short interval. The values keep on fluctuating. That is called as live streaming data, okay. Just like your cricket match, okay, just like you know, the stock market, this thing. So all this data will fluctuate. So we get it, the data from ultimately business, and from these businesses we get the data in the form of what? Files. Again, guys, these files can be what? It can be CSV files, it can be Excel files, all of you. It can be CSV file, Excel files, then we can have what's that? JSON file, etc. All these are the various type of files we have it. So from this data, from these files, what we do is we pull in the data by using the ADB. By using what is that? ADB. And ADB is used for what? ETL. Am I right, everyone? Yes, everyone tell me now. AD, yes, ADB, yeah, tell me. Yes, we use the ADB, that is called as Azure Databricks, and we pull in by using this ETL of ADBs. Ultimately, once it is done, extraction transformation is done, finally the data will be loaded into the destination. Finally, the data will be loaded into what? Destination. What is that? Destination. Okay, destination. Destination. Finally, the data will be loaded into what? Destination. Destination means what, guys? Can you tell me? Please, all of you. What is destination? Target. Destination is nothing but what? Target. Okay, target is nothing but ultimately where you want to put the data. Now, guys, these are the data sources we can have. Now, tell me, we have the types of data. Types of data. Can you tell me, guys, now? All of you just try to interact, guys. You should respond it to me. Then only I'll come to know whether you people are following or not. Okay, else it will be issue. Guys, types of data. So now, guys, what is types of data? The following are the types of data. We have it. The first one, that means we get the data from business now. All this data, database data, live streaming data, data from the files, etc. All this data are basically classified. And now, guys, this data, we can also refer it as what? Big data. Am I right, everyone? Can we call it the big data, guys? Yes, everyone tell me now.
Yes, sir.
So hence we can call it as a big data. Now, guys, let us do one thing now. Now, here, let us see the types of data. So generally we have the following types of data. That means this big data, can you see here? Or we can say types of big data. For your more clarity, I can say types of big data. So the types of big data are following. The following are the types of big data we can have. The first and foremost type of big data which we can have, guys, the first and foremost type of big data which we can have is what is that? Structured data. Second one is what? Semi-structured data. Third one is what? Unstructured data. Getting my point? Structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. Getting my point? Structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. These are the three type of data. So you have it. Now, guys, tell me, what do you mean by structured data? Structured data is nothing but, can you see here? I'm writing an example. For example, I'm writing it here. For example, all of you, I'm writing here written as an example. You have the name as a column. Then you have ID. ID is nothing but identification number. Then you have job, something like this. Name is, let us give Alan, and ID number is something 21. Salary is 1000 or 10,000. Let us make it as. And the job is the clerk. All of you following me or not? Bobby, 12,000. Senior clerk. Yes, Guys, are you following it or not? Please convey it, guys. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So now next again, what is it? Carl, we have it. Can you see it? 32, and the salary is 15,000. Accountant. That's it. Okay. Now, guys, can you see it? This is the data we have it. Now tell me, this data is in which format? Can you tell me, guys? This data is in which format? Rows and columns. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
It is in the proper form of rows and columns. Hence, this kind of data is called as what, guys? Tell me now. Hence, this kind of data is called as what? Very good. Structured data. This kind of data is called as what? Structured data. Now the turn comes for the semi-structured data. How the semi-structured data? I'll show you guys. Semi-structured data, guys. Semi-structured data is nothing but, okay, whereas the data which is recorded in the following type of files is called a semi-structured JSON file. Then we have XML file, etc. Suppose the same data, above data, I'll use it and I'll write the JSON file. How I'll write it? JSON file, always the data will be recorded in the curly braces. These are the curly braces. Suppose I'm writing the column called name here. Name. Under the double quotes, use ALN as a name. Okay, guys? Comma. Everyone. Use it here. What is the next one? You have it. Column. Tell me now. Guys, what is the next column? I have it. ID. So ID is which column here? Can you tell me, guys?
The second column.
Numeric column. Second numeric column. Am I right? If you have a numeric column, then the data will be normally given without the quotation marks. Next. Third column, can you tell me, guys?
It's a salary based column.
Salary column. So now tell me, salary is a numeric column or character column?
It's a numeric.
So here, again, there will be no quotes here. Now job. What is the next column? You have it, job now. Job is a numeric or character?
It's a character based.
So now use a clerk, and now this particular thing will be given here in the form of quotes. Can you see here? Quotes. Now finally, once it is completed, it will give you the brace here. That means this is called as a document. It is called as what? A document. It is called as what? JSON document. Clear, all of you? And this kind of data is called as semi-structured. This is not a fully structured, but at the same time, it is not unstructured also. It has some structure which the user can understand it. That is called as what? Semi-structured data. And guys, most of the times you will get the data in the semi-structured format only in the real time. Get my point? In the JSON format or XML format or HTML format only we get the data most of the times. Okay. So as a data engineer, it is your responsibility to pick up this data, guys, to pick up this data and convert this semi-structured data into what? Proper structure format. With the process of ETL, you have to do that. Get my point? That is the actual meaning of transformation. That is the actual meaning of what, guys? Transformation, where you transform the data. Now, guys, I will show you one more format that is called as XML. Now, let us make it as a table name here as a employees. All of you, employees is a name. So I am using it here as it is, guys. Everyone, employees is the table name. Now the data will be recorded in the form of tags. These are called as tags, guys. Everyone, have a look. These are called as tags. The tag. If the same data I write it here in the tags format. Now tell me, what is the name of your table? Can you tell me, guys? What is the name of this table I have given?
XML.
Name of the table. I'm writing the same data here.
Employees.
So use the employees. This is called as an opening tag. This is called as opening tag, guys. This is called as what? Opening tag. Okay. This is called as what? Opening tag. Now, guys, next one. What is the first row you have it? First column you have it? Tell me now. Name as the first column, na? Copy this. Can you see here? The first column will be like this. And now, guys, what is the value in the name? Tell me now. What is the name of the employee in the first row? What is the name of the employee in the first row, guys?
Alan.
Use alien. That's it. Now, this job is done now. Is there any more data right now in the first row for this alien? No. So close the tag now. This is called as closing the tag. Now, for the second column you have to tell me now.
It's
ID.
Bobby.
ID. Value is what?
21.
And now close the tag. So is done now. So let's close the tag here. That's it. Next. What's the next thing you have to tell me now? Sal. What's the salary you have value? 10,000. Now close the tag.
This is what type of format, sir?
XML.
XML, okay.
Now again you have what's it? Job. And now job, what is the job value you have it? Clerk. Just the first row. I'm writing only first row here, nothing else. Close the job. That's it. Now the first row is completed. Finally, you have to close the tag here. So I'm closing the tag here. Can you see? This is called as the opening tag, row tag. This is called as the closing row tag. That's it. Okay, guys. This kind of format is called as XML format. That is called as what? Exponential markup language, or we can also say extendable markup language. Okay, this is called as what? XML format. This is called as what? XML format. Okay, this is called as what? XML format, and this is called as a JSON format. These are, but you can understand the data with this, but this kind of data is called as what, guys? Semi-structured data. This kind of data is called as what, guys? Semi-structured data. Getting my point, all of you? Yes, guys, I want an answer, ma.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just tell me now. Now, okay, basically, okay, this is nothing but you have it. Extendable markup language, we have it. That's it, guys. After this, okay. Okay, guys. So these are the two formats. That is extensible markup language, and what is that you have it? JSON format. That's it. Now, guys, we have already done with the semi-structured data and structured data. This is called as a structured data, where the data is recorded in the proper rows and columns. And here you have what's that? Semi. And now the third one, the third type of data, that is called as what? Unstructured data. What do you mean unstructured data, guys? Can you tell me? Unstructured data is nothing but in your mobile phone, you will have photos, videos, voice notes, chat history. All this is what? All those are called as what? Unstructured data. The data which does not follows any structure, or which does not have any structure. Which does not have any structure. Which does not have any structure. Okay. Which does not has any structure is called as what? Unstructured data. Okay. There is no format for unstructured data. Your photos, your chat histories, etc. But whereas the drawback is that 80% of the data collected in the big data environment, 80% of the big data environment or big data collected will be 80% of the data will be unstructured only. Only of the 20% we'll have it structured and semi-structured. Getting my point? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Only 20% will have structured and semi-structured. Okay, guys. So now this is called as the type of data we have it. Now the next one, guys, let us try to see whether whatever the type of data you have it. Can you see it? Just to see this example, what we do from the business, we get the data in the form of files, and these files can be all JSON, etc. And we pull in into the ADB, then we perform the job of ETL. So after we pull into the ADB, guys, that means ADB is a service. ADB is what? Service provided by what? Who provides this ADB?
Oh, it's Azure one, Microsoft Azure.
Azure, Microsoft Azure. So now, guys, actually the data need to be stored in Azure storages first. From the Azure storages, the data can be pulled in. From the, can you share? We extract the data from external sources, and these external sources, guys, these external sources, whatever you're getting the data, or whatever the external sources we are having, that we will access the data and store into the Azure storages. Into what is that? Azure storages. And then we use the ADB on this Azure storages and perform the job of extraction, transformation, and loading. Then we perform the job of what? Extraction, transformation, and what? Loading. Now let us see. See, these storages are common for all. Whether you use the ADB or you use the ADF or you use the data factory, Azure Databricks or Synapse, machine learning, artificial intelligence, you use anything. These storages are common for everyone. Getting my point?
Yes,
Please
sir.
come. Yeah. Now let us see the storages you have it. Storages in Azure. Okay, guys. Storages in Azure. So now, guys, the following are the storages in Azure. The following are the storages in Azure. The Azure supports almost all 90 plus storages. How many storages, guys? 90 plus storages. We can have the data in following. What's that? The first one is what? Azure Blob Storage. Azure Blob Storage. And the second one, what is it you have it? The first one is the Azure Blob Storage. Blob stands for what, guys? Blob stands for binary large object. Blob stands for what? Binary large object. The blob stands for what? Binary large object. All of you okay? Am I audible, guys?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
So blob stands for binary large object. Now the second one, you have the Azure Data Lake. Then one.
Sir, how blob looks like?
I will show you the practical now. Don't forget. Okay. Azure Blob Storage, Azure Data Lake Gen 1, and this is going to retire in 2024. So right now they are not allowing to create us, but we can migrate it when it's very soon we'll migrate it. Okay. So they have the third one, Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Then we have what is that? Azure Data Lake. Sorry, Azure SQL DB, SQL database. Azure Cosmos DB means what? This is called as what? NoSQL database. This is called as what? NoSQL database. It is called as what? NoSQL database. This is called as what? Where you don't use SQL language. This is a very this particular Cosmos DB is on very much demand right now. NoSQL database. And then we have, apart from this, Azure Synapse Analytics. Likewise, you can have Azure Elastic Pool. That's it. Okay, guys. These are all the storages we can have. And now these storages can be used by, guys, these storages can be used by all the services of that is Azure, whether it is ADF or ADB or Synapse or machine learning or artificial intelligence, any kind of thing you have it, we can use it here. Okay, guys. Now I'll show you guys how to see how many 90 plus storages you have now. How to see the storages, guys. Every one of you, just have a look, ma. Every one of you, I'm just opening the tab here. Everyone, I'm sharing this tab once again. Browser, open a browser and now type it here, portal.azure.com. Portal.azure.com. Use it as what? Portal.azure.com. Portal.azure.com, guys. These are the storages you have it. Click on more services. I will show you all the storages you have it. Can you see here? All these are the storages. These are the services you can say, and these are the storages. Can you see here? Container storages. These are called as container storages. These are called as what? Database storages. Can you see container storages are 7, database storages are 20. Then we can have what is that? Artificial, can you see? Artificial machine learning plus machine learning. AI plus machine learning. AI means what? Artificial intelligence plus machine learning. IoT, Internet of Things. We say IoT sensors, I said, you know. This is the Internet of Things. These are all the services we have. But it has, what is it? How many storages? 90 plus storages it supports. Clear, all of you? Yes, guys, this is the storages. Storage account, can say Azure Stack Edge, Azure Data Box, data shares, okay, HPC caches, okay, various services we have it. Box gateway, Azure NetApp files. These are the various storages. So first of all, you have to create the storages. That's it. So these are the storages you have it, guys. Okay. Is everyone is following or not?
Yeah, sir.
So okay.
Sir, by using
Now,
Databricks, what we use here? I mean, storage. What are the storage we use in Databricks?
All 90 storages we use it.
I mean, in real time, we go with any AI and data synopsis.
Synapse we use it, but artificial intelligence is not our job.
Okay.
It is a job of a data scientist or data analyst. We are data engineers.
Okay. For the data engineers, what are the requirements, sir? We need only ADF and Databricks, or we want to learn any other also?
No, that is enough. Can you see here? The data engineer job will start here. The data engineer job will start here. Extraction, from the part of extraction. And it will end at the part of loading. You will have many more things to do in this itself. Yes. Further, after this extraction and loading, transformation loading, then further you will have what is that? Artificial intelligence to be applied. So here, the artificial intelligence or analytics, everything will be applied here. So on by what's the data analyst. Analyst. And now by the data scientist. Now, basic difference I'll tell you between the data analyst and data scientist. Suppose you have the data like this, all of you. We have a data here example. You have a sales of 28/11/2022, and you have a sales of 29/11/2022. So now what is the difference of sales? Whether the sales has increased or decreased between these two dates, it will be given by the data analyst. Suppose now tell me, you have the 30th 11 2022 and 01 12 2022. Now tell me, these dates are available right now? No, or not? Yes, guys. These dates are available or not? Tell me, guys.
Dates are available, but the data is not available, sir.
Nah, that means dates are available, but data is not available. That means this is future prediction. So all the predictive analysis will be done by the data scientist. Getting my point? The predictive analysis, that is future, is going to be forecasted by the data scientist, and data analyst will make out the difference here. Okay, that is a job. So that is, anyways, this is not our cup of tea. If you have a knowledge, then it's fine, but we are going to work from this part and end at this part as I showed you, where actual project technicality will be involved here in this. Okay, so that's it, guys. So I showed you this one, and now how to start up this section here. I'll just show you that also, so that you can prepare yourself accordingly. The practical skills, begin it from tomorrow. Now, guys, do one thing: open a tab and now type it here, azure.com. Then click on what? Try Azure for free, or you can say start free. You can click on start free, or you can click on the pay as you go model. First, you can take the start free, because if this is provided free of cost for the 1 month. Okay, you can just click on this start free, and then it will ask you, see, mine is already registered, hence it is directly giving me the my mail ID. If not, it will ask you for the, yeah, it will ask you for the mail ID and all. Okay, your mail ID step by step, and once it is given, guys, okay, once it is given, then you will have to click on the sign in, and once you click on the sign in, guys, automatically you will be drive, or you will be rerouted, to this portal called, can you see here, portal.azure.com. This will be a session. That's it. Okay. So from here, you can see a bricks. This is the bricks session. Open this bricks. So the same job you can do it by using the bricks. You can also do it by the data factory session. This is a data factory. You can do it anything. Okay, so anyways, we'll start with the Databricks from tomorrow. How the things will work on in Databricks and all the things, we'll check it tomorrow. Okay, this is for the day, guys. That's it. So we'll just start up from tomorrow onwards. Okay, all of you just connect by 10:15, guys. Everyone. Okay, 10:15 is your starting time. That's it. Okay, so we just let us connect it by 10:15, because even I have some other work to log in here. Okay, so just let us connect it by 10:15 tomorrow. Okay, thank you, everyone. I'm just stopping the class here. Okay. Yes, guys, I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah, sir.
ADF also teaching by you, right, sir?
7 a.m. new batch. Parallelly, new batch is started. Morning 7 a.m. ADF, you have it. Okay.
Okay, and the content ADF.
No. The contents of data factory is a separate. It is there on the Durga soft web page. You can have it. Okay.
Sir, if you want only videos of data factory means what the price, it will be separate or the tutorial? If you want only ADF videos which taught by you, the cost is same as the tutorial cost, or it may reduce in the cost.
So just to do one thing, you contact, I'll let you know. If you want only the videos, I'm just typing the number, you can contact me, I'll tell you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. That's it, guys. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir, 1 minute.
Okay, right. Okay, we'll just meet tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
So before starting the session, so it is a third demo. It is a third demo. Demo 2. It is already uploaded in YouTube. It is already uploaded in YouTube. How you can able to access those videos, please just type in YouTube. Go to the YouTube, please. Durga Saab. Go to the channel. Playlist. Go to the playlist. In the playlist, you can see here DevOps with AWS tutorial by Maha. Please open this. Here is we have two videos here. Demo 1, Demo 1, Demo 2. Today video also will be uploaded by afternoon. Okay, please revise this. So who are all new students? Please visit these two demos. At least last demo. At least please visit last demo. Second demo is enough. Okay. So before starting the session, what is our agenda? So what's we going to be discuss about today? Let us fix our agenda first. Let us fix our agenda, guys, please. Let us fix our agenda first. So today we're going to be discussing about what is client and server communication. Server communication. And types of servers. How many ways get servers? So what is a physical server? What is a virtual server? What is a cloud service? And what is the difference? Why cloud? Why we are shifting into the cloud? We can understand by this end of this session. By end of this session. So before starting the session, so let us worry off, please. Let us worry off, because of some new students we have here. That's what. Let us worry off what is DevOps. What is? Let us worry within 10 to 15 minutes we'll complete this. Then we are going to be start this. So this is exactly our agenda for today. So first let it be start. So tell me what is the DevOps, please. Anybody help me? Yeah. You know very well. What is your application, please? Anybody help me, please? An existing student. Yeah. Application is nothing but a website. The working software which is written any programming language we call as what? Application. That application we are going to be placing on where? Server side. Excellent. Thank you. On server side. Once if it is placed on server side, we can able to access over internet as a website. But if you want to produce a Flipkart or a Redbus kind of applications, we are going to be using SDLC. SDLC. In SDLC, we have several stages like analysis, design, implementation, testing, deploy, and maintenance. By following these are all the stages and phases, we can produce a working software and place on server side. Then there as a Redbus or Book My Show or whatever may be, guys. Abibus, whatever may be. So how exactly get information? First, we need to gather information. What exactly this business whether it's travel business, how exactly login page, how exactly registration page. Gathering information from the client. Based on that, it will be design. Design is nothing but what? Plan. According to the plan, our developers will write the programming, either Java, .NET, Python, or anything, guys, please. Or anything. Once if it is implemented, means implement software is in working condition or not, so our testers will be verified. Once if it is verified, so we are servers, then there itself we are going to be accessing our internet as a Avibus or a Flipkart or Redbus, whatever. That's it. No. So we have to monitor and maintenance these websites, so that we are calling as what? Maintenance. By following these all the stages, we call as what? SDLC. But I wanted to do, guys, please. As a DevOps engineer, what is exactly our roles and responsibilities? Replacing with the complex pipeline, with transparent pipeline. So what is an exactly complex pipeline? So SDLC is a complex. Why we are calling complex? Because of it is a manual process. From analysis to design to implementation testing to deploy. It is a so if you got any issue, if you are facing any issue, any problem, to identification, it will take long time. For resolving issue also, it will take long time. That means the cost is going to be increased or not. It will take more time or not. Deficit or not. That is the reason we are pipeline. Example, this is water pipeline. This water pipeline is underground. Somewhere is a blockage. Can able to find immediately. Am I right or not? And after finding also, it will take a couple of weeks to rectify this problem. The same, but what we are expecting is, please, transparent pipeline. So just we are replacing complex pipeline with what? Transparent pipeline. Everything will be visualized. If you got any problem, any issue, we can able to see it's one look itself or not. Yes, obvious. What one look itself we can able to see, we can able to rectify as soon as possible. The same way, DevOps also. DevOps is what exactly? DevOps is an automated transparent pipeline. DevOps is an automated transparent pipeline. Due to this automation, due to this transparent, so if you got any issue in the middle, easily we can able to identify, easily we can able to rectify our problems as soon as possible. But actual our DevOps process is look like this only. This is an actual DevOps process. DevOps process. In this DevOps process, we have several stages like, plan, code, develop, and operation. But in this DevOps process, our roles and responsibilities start from dev environment, ends with what? Operation. That means what? We are part of coding, integration, testing, release, deploy, operation. That means, are we going to be writing any coding? No, we are not writing any coding. Are we going to be writing any test cases? No. But as a DevOps engineer, what we are going to be doing, guys, please? Just we are going to be implementing an automated, transparent pipeline. This automated transparent pipe, whether you are going to be deliver the working software which is written by developer into the production environment within a shortest time. With a high quality, with a low cost, with a low failure rate. It is an exactly DevOps process which we have understand very clearly last 2 demo sessions. So who are all not attend last demo sessions, please revise once. So we have discussed in very depth. Implementing this DevOps transparent pipeline. So which are all tools we are going to be using, guys, please? Which are all tools we are going to be using? We're going to be using Git. We are going to be using. We're going to be learning Git administration. Git itself 1 week we're going to be learning it. Maven, Jenkins, JFrog, SonarQube. So which are all the tools, guys, please? Git, Maven, JFrog, Jenkins, SonarQube. By helping of these are all the tools, we are going to be implementing CI/CD process. CI/CD process. The CI/CD process from where to where, guys, please? From here. CI, taking working software. We are once if it is delivered, we are going to be placing our hundreds of servers. These hundreds of servers we are going to be automated. We are going to be automated by helping of configuration management. Configuration management. What is the configuration management? Please help me. What is the configuration management? Replacing manual, please. Replacing what exactly? Manual process with automation process. So we are gonna be creating files, installing software, changing files at a time on a hundreds of servers with an automated process at a time. For this, which are all the tools we are going to be learning, guys, please? Which are all the tools, please? We are going to be learning Ansible and Chef. Ansible is a push model, Chef is a pull model. So, but if you want to automate these hundreds of servers, from where we can able to get it? By using Ansible and Chef, we can able to automate hundreds of servers, we agreed it. But those hundreds of servers from where? We can able to get it either physical environment or virtual environment, and more specifically AWS cloud. From AWS, we can able to get a hundreds of servers. On top of hundreds of servers, we are going to be implementing an automated process by helping of Ansible. All right. So are we going to be deploying our applications only AWS applications on Docker container also? Docker container is an isolated area which is specifically deploying our application. What meant for Docker? Docker is for what? Easy to clean on Docker. Very easily. So how exactly, for example, if you want to transport a C products via C, how exactly, please, we are using containers or no? Yes or no? Obviously containers or not, please. By helping of these containers, we can able to transport any product via C or no. Same way our Docker container also. But these Docker containers, it's going to be managed or controlled by Kubernetes. These are all the containers going to be managed by whom, please? Ship. How exactly the ship works, the same way our Kubernetes also. By using Kubernetes, we can able to manage or control a number of containers. I hope each and every student, what is a container, what is a Kubernetes, you understood idea. If you don't know, if you not understand, don't worry. We're going to be discussing deep discussion 1 month. These two tools we're going to be discussing 1 month. If you not understand, don't worry. Okay. So we are going to be deep discussion and with the practical examples. Okay. If you understand, very good. If it is not understand, also very good. Fine. So next tool is what exactly? Vagrant. Vagrant is a virtual provisioning tool. By using Vagrant, we can able to our dev environment make it easy. Make it is easy. And we are going to be learning Nagios. Nagios is a system monitor, RAM, CPU, motherboard. We're going to be monitoring. And we're going to be learning ELK. Elastic, Logstacks, Kibana. By helping of these three tools, we are going to be monitor our application. How exactly this performance. So each and every website is generating in the background logs. Those logs will be monitored and it will be generated analytics of exactly our application performance. So what would be the next action, next month action, next year action we can able to decide, but right now. So Terraform we're going to be learning, guys. Terraform is a cross cloud platform. By using Terraform, we can able to create infrastructure in any cloud, either Azure, AWS, or any cloud. So what I'm trying to tell you, please, by helping of these are all the tools, we are gonna be implementing our DevOps process. So while implementing this DevOps process, what exactly, guys, please? Developers writing the code. That code is going to be integrated. That after integration, whole software, it's going to be verified by test cases. The test case verified, we are going to be getting a working software as an application. That application, we are going to be halt on release. Once if it is halt and release, what is a cloud? What is a cloud computing? That is the question. Anybody help me?
I'd say the software which is deployed on some other location.
What is a cloud? Remote placed resources. If we can able to access our internet from your laptop is nothing but what? Cloud. Which resources? RAM, CPU, motherboard, or a server, or a network, or a storage. Anything if we can able to access, if we can able to access our internet from a laptop is nothing but a cloud. Sir, one question here, sir. We are using VMware. Sorry, what? AnyDesk, have you heard about AnyDesk?
Yes.
TeamViewer. Have you heard about TeamViewer? We can able to access one laptop to another laptop. We can log in or not? Yes or no? Is that cloud? No, sorry. Don't say cloud. So that you are working on operating system level, but I'm talking about hardware level. Simply, I'm going to be asking one question. Please answer to me. From one laptop to another laptop, can able to access RAM? In a laptop, 8 GB RAM, but I want to use other laptop RAM only. Our network can able to use it. If we can, that is the cloud. Very simple way. The RAM or servers are located in remote place, somewhere else. Our network, if we can able to control or access from a laptop is nothing but a cloud. Very simple way. Okay, fine. Let it become definition point of view. So what is a cloud? Anybody help? What is a cloud? What is a cloud computing? If we can able to access our internet from a laptop is nothing but what? Cloud. First, what is a data center, please? Yes, excellent. So the group of servers keeping in a rack wise in a big room, we calling as a data center. The huge computing power keeping in a rack wise in a big room, we calling as a cloud data center. It is a data center only, not a cloud. Example, our building. In this building, we are computing. This building is a data center only. Tangible things we can see with our eyes. The data center we can able to visualize. Like a laptop, we can touch, we can see. But where this data center located? In remote place. It might be in US, it might be in Singapore, it might be in Mumbai, it might be in Hyderabad also. These data centers are globally in different locations. Got it. Our internet, we are going to be accessing these data centers. From your laptop is nothing but a cloud. What is a cloud? The remote placed resources. The remote place servers, storage, network, database. Our internet from your laptop, if we can able to access, is nothing but a cloud computing. Cloud computing. But cloud is specifically rental-based resources only. Able to buy anything. We can't able to buy anything. By using cloud, we can able to get a rental-based infra, server, network, storage, database. We can get a rental-based. The best example is what? Wala cab. But the best example is what? Wala cab. For just for reaching railway station, are we buying a car or rental car? Even I have a car, but I'm better to choose Wala because it's very flexible. Understood very clearly. Instead of buying car, we're always preferring rental car. Because if you want to buy a car, we need to spend upfront amount at least 10 to 15 lakhs. 10 to 15 lakhs. But if you book a Wala cab around 500 rupees, where is 15 lakhs, whereas 500 rupees. So you are fulfilling your purpose or not? So do you require driving license? Do you require RC copy? Not required. So your purpose is fulfilled or not? The same way, our purpose is what exactly here? Deploying our applications, placing our applications. Just for placing our application, do you want to maintain these data centers? Just for your placing a Redbus kind of very small application or a big application, whatever may be, for that you want to be maintaining your data center, it is very difficult. And instead of maintaining your own data center, take it as a other service as a rental based. For other service from where exactly? Cloud. So what is a cloud? Cloud is a rental based infrastructure. So for deploying our application, we can able to get infrastructure as the servers and network order maybe from cloud, and based on usage, we are going to be paying rent every month. That's it. Like Wala cab. But which cloud? Any cloud is same, either Azure, AWS, or Google. All are same service, same thing only. But which cloud we're going to be learning, guys, please? AWS. AWS. So service is same, but provider is different. But which provider we're going to be, guys, please? AWS. For example, I want to buy a shirt. I want to buy a shirt in online. So shirt is same or not? Shirt is same or not? But my choices might be Flipkart. My choices might be Amazon. My choice might be Snapdeal, whatever may be. But product is same. Approach is same. Am I right or not? The C here also same. So we require infrastructure, servers, network, storage. For getting this infrastructure, which cloud? Either maybe Azure or AWS or Google. So DevOps same. But from where you getting is different. But which cloud we are going to be learning is, please, here? AWS, Amazon Web Services, we are going to be learning. So which are all the services we are going to be learning, guys, please? VPC, EC2, RDS, and VPC. So VPC is nothing but what? Anybody? VPC is nothing but what? In simple form, network. So EC2 is nothing but what? EC2 is nothing but what? RDS is nothing but what? So storage is nothing but what? So by helping of this raw infrastructure, easily we can able to deploy our applications by using this DevOps process. This is what exactly we have discussed in the last session. Got it very clearly. So what we understand, guys, please, first, what exactly, please look at the screen. First, we need to establish what? Network. Then on top of it, servers. We are placing our applications here, either maybe Amazon, Flipkart, Redbus, Hotstar, whatever may be. Then our customer information is going to be maintaining on where exactly? Databases, MySQL, Oracle kind of database from RDS. For example, video files, maybe video files, image files, or PDF, or a doc files, where you are going to be maintaining? On S3. On S3. So by helping of these are all the resources, these are all the models. So can we able to deploy our application very easily or no? Shall I repeat this diagram one more time for our understanding? Shall I repeat this? Yeah. So let me draw this one more time for our understanding.